Hey YouTube, this is Bridget. I'm back with another video. I am at work, of course, again. It's about 4 in the morning and it's a pretty quiet night where I'm at in the hospital. And I'm just sitting here on my break and I'm just thinking about a few things. And I wanted to just share just a few things with you guys. One thing that I have noticed, just by sitting and talking to some of my colleagues and other people, is that, it seems like everybody goes through a struggle. Even when some people just wear their struggle on their sleeve and some people don't. Like, I'm the type of person that if I'm struggling or going through something, you will never know, for the simple fact that I don't wear my issues on my sleeve. I'm the type of person that bottles it up and I just keep pressing and just try to get myself out of that particular season. Some people, they go through things and not only do they wear it internally, they wear it externally. And you can just tell that they're struggling, you tell that they're going through things. And it's just different people, because we all have different personalities and different way of coping and different way of handling things. But the one thing that I had a conversation tonight about, which I kept on pondering on it, is about just blessings in general. I just feel like what God has for you is for you. And if it's truly from God, then there's nothing, ain't no devil on this earth can take it from you. A lot of times people may wonder or have things that they want to do and things may want to start a business. They may want to do different things and they're wondering why it's taking so long to do it, or why they just can't get that jump on it. But you often have to ask your question, did you ask God first? Was this meant for you to do it? Was this your purpose? Because although we may have it in our heart, that's what we want to do, God may have a complete different purpose for you. You just never know. I just feel like sometimes we have these desires in our heart that we want and the things that we want to do, but God won't bless us. You may be serving him, you may be going to church, you may be doing good deeds in the community, you may be in your prayer closet, you may be praying and fasting, and you still like, God, why can't I get this breakthrough? Why can't I get what I'm praying for? It's because I believe that he already knows that if he gives that to you, you either not mentally prepared for that blessing, or that blessing will cause you to fall and self-destruct. And oftentimes what you want then, 2 years down the line, you don't even want it. You can't even understand why you was even sweating it, or why you even want it. So I got on here shortly just to say that patience. They say patience is a virtue, and that's a true statement. You have to have patience. Everything is not going to come overnight, and sometimes patience is the best way to actually see things completely through. I do believe that if you actually want something, and if you actually want something bad enough and you work for it, and it's within the will of God that you get it, that when you get it, things are gonna come so easy for you. It's just gonna be like, dang. For instance, I'm gonna give an example. Say you want a business, right? And you want a business maybe doing retail sales, and you want to sell nails, you want to sell eyelashes, wigs, hair, whatever. And you start this business, but this business is not within your purpose. So what you decide to do is you decide to do it anyways, because you think this is for you. You think that this is a good niche for you, and you just do it. And mind you, you have not put prayer, have not considered other things. You just did it because you felt like this is what you want to do, and you did it. However, when you do it, you're only selling 1 or 2 wigs, or you're only selling 1 or 2 shirts a month, or whatever. It's not really lucrative. It's not what you thought it would be based on the personality that you have, your go-getter, or whatever. You also are starting to get frustrated because it's been 6 months now and you haven't even made $500. So you're starting to get frustrated. I feel like that's when you have to reevaluate and you have to ask, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Because on the flip side of that, if it was really meant for you and God was really in the middle of that, in the head of that, I should say, I personally don't believe that you would have to work so hard. I think that you would have to, do some work, but I believe that it's just going to naturally come because you're going to be what they call a natural at it. You will definitely, you may just have big client deals, big contracts from different people, and you didn't even realize, like, how did I get this connect? I didn't even go network for this. That's because God is in the midst, and that's your purpose. Oftentimes I see so many people like operating outside of their purpose because they see other people doing this. Everybody not meant to sell wigs, sis. Everybody not meant to be nurses. Everybody not meant to, do hair. Just because you see this girl over here and she done started her business and she in a salon and she doing well and now she got big pocket clients and you can do a little hair, that doesn't mean that's what you're supposed to get up and do. You have your own purpose. You just have to find out what that is. Just because you feel like she over here and she's selling eyebrows, she's selling eyelashes and she's doing well and now she graduated to selling bonnets and now she's selling edge control. Okay, that doesn't mean that you can go and find a vendor and do the same thing and think that you are going to be as lucrative as her, because maybe that is her purpose. Now, if that's your purpose, then yeah, two people can sell in the same county and we can all eat. But I think what I'm starting to see a lot of is that people are it's almost like a domino effect. People are just, looking at other people's niche and feeling like, oh, I can do that too. Oh, I can come off that too. And then when they get into it, they get frustrated and they get in their feelings because this person's still over there banging and doing their thing and making a lot of money. And then you feel like, oh, nobody wants to support me. I'm in my own county. People don't want to support. No, that's not it. That's not it. It's not that people don't want to support you. That's just not your call. That's just not your niche. That's just not what your purpose is. And your purpose may even be greater. While this person over there selling wigs and stuff to the neighborhood, maybe you supposed to be selling hair or whatever, but maybe your clientele is supposed to be different. Stop thinking so small. Maybe your clientele supposed to be selling to some celebrities, or maybe you're supposed to be getting a contract with some celebrity vendors, or maybe you're supposed to be doing the hair. You just never know. You got to find your niche. And I just feel like everybody is just trying to come up quick and then not really seeing the profit of all these little businesses that you're starting, because you're not really taking the time out to say, am I good at this? Is this something that, did God tell me to do this? Is this something that I'm supposed to do? Or are you coveting? Like, are you coveting that person? Like, oh, she over here doing this, she over here doing that, so let me go ahead and try this too. That's covetry. Like, you can't just be happy for that person. You want to do that too. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want to start a business and you feel like that's really been on your heart and you feel like, that's something that you've been wanting to do, fine. No matter who's doing what, because she may be over here selling all this stuff, but you can jump right on in and you'll be selling double what she's selling. So I'm not saying don't do what you feel that you want to do, or don't do what your heart desires. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, what I'm starting to see is that a lot of people are doing the same things, and of those same things, this person may even have a better product, but you may have a better product than the person that is making all this money, and you're over here like, my stuff is 100% authentic. Why am I not getting the clientele like that? It's because that's not your niche. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. So when I was having a conversation tonight with a couple of my colleagues, it was interesting how people think, you know, and it's just like, just because I see you do it and just because I see you winning, that doesn't mean that's for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like nursing. I've been a nurse for 11 years, and I see so many people come into this field and leave, and it seemed like that's where a lot of young women, they just want to jump and become nurses. But don't forget, we need lawyers, we need judges, we need doctors, we need teachers, we need accountants. There's so many things that you could do. Just because nursing is like the quickest come up in some cases for a career, that doesn't mean that's where you're supposed to, doesn't mean that's not where you're supposed, that doesn't mean that's where you're supposed to go. Just because you see the next person coming up off of that, you may get into this field and flop. I've seen so many people come into this field and flop because it's not where you're supposed to be. Why you over here trying to be a nurse because you seen Jill, Bill, and Sarah become a nurse and they living really good, and so now you just gonna go and jump in somebody's little 2-year program and get your little AS and try to jump into a hospital somewhere and become a nurse, and then you get on the hospital floor and now you confused and you can't get your flow down, and you don't know, you don't know what's going on. You can't understand why you getting written up for this, get written up for that, and you did really well in school, but when you get on the floor, you just don't know what to do. It's because it's not your niche. You did it because you seen somebody else do it. You did it because you seen their come up, so you feel like, oh, that was their come up, that definitely has to be my come up. But the whole time you're supposed to be over there hitting the gavel in a courtroom. So I just want people to like start thinking about that. Start thinking about what is for you. Stop looking at what other people are doing, because I feel like everybody, when you do that, you're really, really missing your blessing. You're missing your blessing, not their blessing. You're missing your blessing, because instead of looking around you at what others are doing, look at what you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Talk to God. Like I told y'all that on my channel, I'm just keeping it real, and I just want to come and I want to encourage. I am so about positivity in 2020. I'm so about like seeing people win, but I just feel like you got to take care of some of these rough around the edges issues. And that's the one thing I've noticed lately. It's just like people are just like just copycatting people, just trying to follow what they're doing, and they're not being successful in it. There's 10,000 girls around here selling eyelashes, and I haven't seen but maybe 2 or 3 blow up. That's because that's not your niche, sis. Now, you may not agree with this video. This is my opinion. This is my channel. So this is just how I feel. This is just my observation. I just feel like you have to really search in. And another thing, and I'm going to hop off of here. Just because it doesn't go to your plan the first time, and this is where I have to kind of backtrack my statements a little bit, because I'm not saying that just because you jump into it and it doesn't go well that you're supposed to quit. If that is something that you have had in your heart to do for a long time, even before the next person jumped up and did it, and you have prayed and God has showed you, hey, I'm going to bless you, and you jump onto it and you ain't making a dime, that does not mean that it's not for you. That means that you need to be patient and go through the process. You have to go through the process to see the progress. So it does not necessarily mean that, oh, I tried to do this, it's been 6 months, I haven't made a dime or whatever, I have really good products, I haven't made anything. That doesn't mean that it's not for you, especially if God told you it's for you, but you have to have patience. Patience. And you have to keep enduring and knowing that if God told you to do it and He is in the midst of it and He's the head of it, oh baby, in due time it's gonna be where you need it to be. So I'm not saying don't follow your heart and don't follow, your dreams. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, don't just do stuff for the mere reason because this person is doing it and doing it well. Don't do stuff for the mere reason that this is how this girl came up, so you feel like I'm finna get into this and come up too, because it doesn't necessarily work like that, because that may not be your purpose. And that's just my personal opinion. I am gonna hop back on here with another video soon, because I've had some people ask me about the whole student loan thing in the Obama program, where basically you don't have to really pay anything on your student loans, or if you do, it's a very minimal cost based on your income. So it's some people that don't know about that program. It's been out for a while, since I want to say like 2014, around 2012, something like that. And basically it's the income-based repayment program. And of course, if you do not ask the lenders, Navient or Nelnet or Great Lakes or none of those big student loan people, if you don't ask them about it, then guess what? They're not going to tell you. But there is a program. There are several programs out there. You just tell them that you want to sign up for the income-based repayment program, and they will definitely send you tell you the information. I'm gonna get back on here and go in more detail, because I want to be able to help people. I know a lot of my friends who have finished school and they are truly struggling. They have $800 student loan bills, and I'm like, why? Because you want to know why? They won't tell you unless you know about it and you ask. And if you know about it and you ask, you can definitely take advantage of that. And if your payments are $800 and they do it based on your income, they consider what you pay every month, your expenses, and what you bring in. They consider the fact that you have dependents. And some people walk away. I see some nurses around here that... Sorry guys, my screen went completely black for some reason. Not sure what happened, but I was saying something about the income-based repayment program, and I am gonna hop back on here and make a video about that, because again, I just want to help people. And there might be some information that you already know, but this is for people that don't know it, and how to do that, and how some of the programs, and depending on the lender, it can be a 10-year forgiveness, 25-year forgiveness. You don't have to pay for the loans, don't. As simple as that. So again, I pray and hope that you subscribe to my channel, as this channel is called Anything Goes. So like I said before, anything goes. I may get on here and talk about anything. I may get on here and show anything. It's just, I don't have a niche. I just feel like I'm living my life, and if I want to share something, I will. If I want to show some trips or show some places I go, then I will. Some people often wonder, I wonder what that place is like. And if I've been there, I'm going to show you. So you can either spend your money or not, depending on if that's the thing that you're into. So, and sometimes I just like to have conversations. I just like to talk and, get other people's perspective. So like, comment, share, hit the notification bell, which lets you know when I get on here with another video. And subscribe, support a sister. Anything goes. Thank you for watching. Be blessed.